Have you ever really thought about why one particular chapter of the Quran is called its heart? Today, we're diving deep into Surah Yaseen, a chapter that is absolutely packed with profound spiritual treasures. We're going to uncover what makes it so powerful and how it can genuinely impact our lives. I mean, this powerful statement from the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, really sets the whole stage. Think about what a heart actually does. It pumps life into the entire body. Well, in the same way, Surah Yaseen pumps spiritual life and core truths through a believer's faith. It's not just important, it's literally central. So, okay, if this surah has such a vital, central position, what does that mean for us? In terms of spiritual reward? Well, the answer is pretty staggering, and it shows you just how much weight this one short chapter really carries. 10 times. Just let that sink in for a second. The reward for reciting this single chapter is said to be the same as reading the entire Quran 10 times over. That is an incredible blessing, and it just goes to show how concentrated its spiritual power really is. But the benefits go way beyond just that initial reward. They touch upon two of the most fundamental things in our faith, securing forgiveness, and of course, elevating our status in the hereafter. First up, the promise of forgiveness. I mean, who doesn't need that? Reciting Surah Yaseen is described as a direct path to seeking Allah's pardon. It's like a way to hit the spiritual reset button to purify ourselves from our mistakes, which is a core need for any of us trying to get closer to God. And notice the specific details here, in the night and seeking Allah's pleasure. This shows it isn't just about, mechanically reading the words. It's most powerful when it's done with a sincere intention, in a quiet moment of reflection, purely for the sake of connecting with Allah. Next, there's a reward that is just truly profound, and that's the potential to attain the rank of a shaheed, or a martyr. This is one of the highest spiritual stations in Islam, and amazingly, it's connected to the simple, consistent practice of reciting this one surah. The key word here is continues. You see that? This highlights the immense value of consistency. It's not about doing it once in a while, but about building a real, dedicated, nightly relationship with this surah. That's the kind of practice that Allah may reward with this incredibly high honor. So while the rewards for the hereafter are just immense, the impact of Surah Yaseen is also felt so deeply in our day-to-day lives. It really acts like a spiritual toolkit, offering us guidance and blessings for the challenges we face right here, right now. You can see right here how the surah offers this holistic guide for a blessed life. I mean, from helping fulfill our worldly needs and guiding our moral compass, to blessing huge life events and softening our hearts, it really touches every single aspect of our daily journey. This is so practical. Just imagine starting your day by reciting this surah. What you're really doing is handing over all your worries and all your plans for the day to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, seeking His help and guidance right from the very start. It's such a powerful way to build trust and find ease. So how exactly does it keep us on track? Well, the surah is just filled with these powerful themes: resurrection, accountability, the signs of God all around us in nature. These potent reminders, they act like a spiritual shield, softening our hearts to guidance and keeping our faith strong, especially when life gets tough. Now, let's talk about the role of Surah Yaseen as a source of mercy and comfort. Because life is full of hardship. That's inevitable. And this chapter is presented as a kind of spiritual balm for our most difficult moments, both in this life and for the journey that comes after. What's so remarkable here is how the mercy of this surah extends to both the living and the deceased. For those of us here, it can be a source of ease and healing during sickness or pregnancy. And for our loved ones who've passed on, reciting it for them is like sending a gift of mercy, a prayer to reduce their hardship and seek their forgiveness. This verse just brings it all together, doesn't it? It reminds us that the entire Qur'an is a source of healing and mercy. And Surah Yaseen, as its heart, is a truly potent example of that divine promise in action. Okay, so we've explored the incredible why behind Surah Yaseen. Now let's get practical. How can we actually weave this powerful practice into our daily lives to experience these benefits for ourselves? We can see a really clear pattern here, connecting specific times with specific blessings. You start your day with it to help secure your needs. You recite it at night to focus on seeking forgiveness. And the eve of Friday is highlighted as a particularly powerful time for that forgiveness to be granted. It really shows us how we can be intentional with our recitation. So from a reward that's like reading the Qur'an 10 times to forgiveness, guidance, and mercy right when we need it most, the treasures of Surah Yaseen are truly vast. Which brings us to this final personal question. How will you make the heart of the Qur'an a part of your life? Thanks so much for exploring this with me.